like me and in a really uncomfortable position at the moment. What do I mean by that? Well, do you like World of Warcraft? Overwatch? Diablo? Have you been reading or watching the current gaming news and just internally screaming or hysterically laughing because if you support these games you are considered to be a problem? Well, I have a pretty good solution for you. Or at least, it's pretty good if you like Minecraft and Diablo. So what do I mean? Well, there's this game out there called Minecraft Dungeons. It's actually a lot less to do with Minecraft than you would think. It shares a lot more in similarity with Diablo than with the blocky game of the early 2012 fame. Is anyone else still really pleasantly surprised by how long this game's been out and how popular it still is? Anyway, in a game more in line with the Telltale series, you create your own hero and set out to save the world. The Illagers, another type of villager in the main building game that just tends to attack everything on sight, have been banished by the rest of the villagers and after years of being oppressed have decided that they are going to take over, or at least their leader has anyway. He got run out of one too many towns after having one too many drinks and got pissed enough to cause some trouble. In true villain style, he finds an item of power and uses it to cause chaos and destruction across this blocky world. It's your job to try and stop him and save the villagers while you do it. I mean, if you can avoid the annoying noise. I hate that. I just need you to know I hate that. It's a pretty simple premise, really. You start off as a weak little villager and become the hero of the known world, which I might add is constantly growing and changing as time goes on. You work your way through a myriad of landscapes, from forests and pumpkin patches to graveyards and deserts. Each level has their own unique enemy types and their own little mini quests and the opportunities to go hunting treasure and to explore on your own or with friends. This is where the Diablo style of gameplay comes in. You and up to 3 other friends can get together to traverse a dungeon-style map. You can explore to your heart's content and find a nice mix of weapons and armour to share or squabble over as you see fit. Unlike Diablo, however, there is no real character classes, so you can equip whatever weapons, charms or armour you want that actually fits with your playstyle. Now, some people would say that this is actually a downside because it's pretty simplistic, but it also means this game is an easy one to just drop in and drop out of as you wish. I first played this when it originally came out and only returned after writing the script for this review. If it had been something a little more difficult, I possibly would have had to relearn how to play before even thinking about moving forward onto some of the newer levels, but there really isn't an issue with that here. Yes, it can become really frustrating when you want the same piece of gear as your friend, but that's a pretty simple thing to deal with as long as you can, be grown up about it. I know gamers and grown-ups being in the same sentence tastes bad in my mouth too. Even if you are an adult, most of us act like children at times when gaming. I mean, oh well. Anyway, this game is a lot more fun with friends, I will say that. Though, as with most multiplayer games, the more people you play it with, the more the difficulty scales. So, which can become frustrating when one of you keeps running off and getting everyone else killed because you're trying to revive them while you're getting your butt kicked. But, that's supposedly the charm of playing with your mates. And just don't be sarcastic at the people who are actually trying to save your ass. They don't appreciate it either. Heaven knows they might just summon their once friendly llama to kick you in the face. So yes, even if you do play on your own, you can still have some really cool companions to follow you around and aid you in your mission to save the world. From the previously mentioned llama, to a wolf, to ocelots and ghosts? I mean, I think they're ghosts, and they do follow you around for a bit, attacking your enemies. There's also a trinket that allows you to steal your enemies' souls and turn them into attacks, but necromancy is banned in most fantasy worlds, so we try our best not to talk about it too much here. I don't want to get into no trouble with no magic police. So, if you find a trinket or a weapon and you didn't like it during your gameplay, what can you do with it? Well, you can sell it for emeralds when you return to your hub area, conveniently dressed as a camp. Or you can break it down for dusts and shards that allow you to enchant the weapons that you really do want. Can't find anything you like at all? Well, lucky for you, like a lot of medieval armies, you have a group of camp followers that just, well, follow you around and do stuff like buy and sell mystery boxes of items. Yeah, that's the only thing I really don't like. There's a mystery selection, and just 9 times out of 10, I always get stuff that's lower level than I am. But you're at the mercy of the RNG gods at this point. I have some friends who've found some absolute gems of items, and yes, the pun is intended. There's also the Enchanting System, which is a little weird and is still something I haven't really got to grips with. When you melt down old weapons and equipment, you get dust and things that can be used to give your weapons new skills and abilities. And you sometimes get choices, but it's always between three sets. They can be fire, strike down, knock back, and faster strikes. It just really depends on the weapon and armour and trinket type. So yeah, overall it's a very simplified version of some of the major games out there, but it is fun. It's friendly, it's got a good system behind it that I've never had any bugs or issues with, and it's constantly being supported with new DLC that's mostly free, and even better, you can grief your friends on it and steal all their cool loot. What more is there to want? Do yourself a favour and at least give it a go, even if it's just because you've got Game Pass and are looking for something to play because you're bored. I mean, there's worse reasons to try a new game, right?